Stewart, and I'm the chairperson of the Scholarship Committee. And today we're going to be discussing and honoring the students that got the Gene Lischleiter Memorial Scholarship. And the first thing I'd like to do is I'd like to introduce you to our committee. So our committee, could you please stand up and I'll call out their names. First, the assistant chairs is Jennifer Blankenship and Anita Gottlieb. Yeah, you guys can turn around so everyone can see you. That would help. And then Ann Martin, Annette Sherrill, Beth Shea, Jennifer Jennings, Diane Harden, Elaine Sichter, and then our Daniel Lamb. He's been our advisor through all of it and has been extremely helpful. This year was kind of a special year on our committee because we had 2 high school scholarship recipients and 2 college scholarship recipients. Usually we only have maybe like 1 college scholarship recipient, which was someone that got it for several years, but this year it was unique to have 2 and 2. So our high school scholarship recipients was Caden Graves from Lakeside High School and Imari Dendi from Hot Springs World Class High School. And our college scholarship recipients was Kanan Hunter from University of Arkansas Monticello and Gracie Percival from Arkansas Tech University. And also I'll say that Kanan, this was the 2nd year that he received the scholarship. And this year we were able to give out $5,789, and this was as a result of our great plant sale. And we thank you all so much for giving out, for working hard on the plant sale so we could give out that much in scholarships. So now I'd just like to introduce Elaine, Diane, and Lynn that are going to tell you a little bit about Gene and also about the development of the scholarship.
Hi everyone. On January 6, 2020, the Garland County Master Gardener board members approved a motion to set up the College Scholarship Fund to be awarded to seniors or college students that met certain criteria and planning to major in agriculture or horticultural fields. The board presented a motion to the membership to set aside $4,000 each year to establish that fund. The motion was unanimously approved. The president at that time was Trish Freeman, and she asked me if I would begin to set up the committee. In the preceding 2 years, the annual plant sale brought in huge profits, and the executive committee and board made a motion to the membership to allot an extra 20% of the net proceeds each year to the following year's scholarship. That has not been true the last few years, but hopefully we'll be able to go back to that full amount of funds. The motion included awarding 10% of the net proceeds of the plant sale to the Coleus Fund. The motions were presented to the full membership, and I think Jody was president at that time, and both were approved unanimously. During this time period, a beloved member of our Master Gardener group passed away, Gene Lischleiter. I did not personally know Gene, but the outpouring of love and remembrance gave me an idea. I approached the executive committee with a motion to rename our scholarship the Gene Lischleiter Memorial Scholarship. The committee approved, and the president presented the motion to the full membership in late 2021, and it was unanimously approved. So now you know how we got started. And I will turn the mic over to someone who knew Gene personally, Diane Harden.
Okay, if you were a longtime master gardener, you probably knew Gene and loved him as much as everyone did. But what I had done is I talked to some longtime master gardeners who knew Gene and worked with him. I had just a very short time that I worked with him personally. But I talked to Michael Carr, and she gave me some remembrances on Gene. And so I'm going to read them to you right now. Gene was a very humble man who was a true mentor. He always made everyone feel like they were the most important person to him. He listened and always had an answer to any questions that you had. Michael worked with him on many projects and learned a lot of information from him. The first time she met Gene was at a Habitat for Humanity project. She said, we were putting in the beds and the planting plants around a new house. And her job at that particular time was clearing the beds and the dirt and throwing the dirt and rocks out of their way. Like if you've ever worked at Habitat, that's what you do. You just throw them out of their way. Well, Gene, unfortunately, was standing behind her. And he got the blunt of the rocks and everything. He quickly moved out of the way, and she was passing by, and she recognized the fact that she was piling everything by him, and she heard him say very quietly, "Boy, she's a keeper." So that great sense of humor showed you that he had it. And during his master gardener time, you won't believe this, I never did many years ago, he had done 100 Habitat for Humanity homes.
Wow.
It's just amazing. We celebrated probably, I'm thinking what, 6 to 7 years ago, maybe more. But anyway, Gene also lived in Hot Springs Village, and he did a lot of work there at the village. One of his favorite places that he did was the Granada Golf Course. And if you're a golfer, on the first tee of the Granada Golf Course were these big pink mealy grass on the left-hand side. And they were just huge. I have no clue how he did them, but they were all there. So, and they're just in the breeze like this. And the other thing he did, and he worked with the people from the village, was on the 18th hole, if you're a golfer, on the left-hand side, there's a stream that comes trickling, well, it doesn't trickle, it's rocks and it goes down the hill. And the only thing you want to do is stay away from it. Well, of course, if you're not a master gardener, golfer, you did not. You went and looked for your ball. But those were two of the big things that Gene did in the village, and he did numerous projects there. So he was just a wonderful person to know. So right now, I'm going to turn it over to Lynn, and she's got some more information that she's going to share with us about Gene.
As she said, he was very sweet and very helpful. He loved his hostas, and he loved his grasses. His grasses were really big to him. But we went on a few trips to see hosta gardens, and one time Sharon and I were with him, and he lost his wallet. So his wife had just gotten a brand new big car, just so he got to drive it home. Because he didn't have any driver's license. And also, when I decided I was going to sod my yard a few years back, I had this guy working with me, you know, and he thought he knew a lot, you know. I said, I know how to sod. Well, I started throwing the paddles down. He said, "You do know how to outside." I said, "Yeah, I learned from the best." That's what I was going to say. But like I say, he taught us how to set plants up at the habitat houses and how to sod. So he was a great teacher. And one of the funniest things was he was a soft-spoken, retired, you know, and he would be teaching classes. He taught classes on hostas, and he taught classes on his grasses and all that. And every time he would say "down," the whole audience would laugh. And it just didn't fit him, so everybody would just laugh. So we always enjoyed and loved him. Thank you.
Okay, now Jennifer Blankenship is going to say some of the requirements for the scholarship.
Just a reminder who we're talking about.
Wait, put back on.
Oh,
1
okay,
second.
there we go.
Okay, now we go.
So, scholarship eligibility, that's what we're going to talk about just for a second. So, as a committee, we receive these applications, and we review the applications, and we are looking for certain criteria. And then each member of the committee gets to, we score each of these applications to kind of see where they rank and who we feel is most eligible and who is not. And so what we're looking for when we're doing this ranking is we're looking for academic requirements. There had to be a minimum that was set so that we knew kind of what we were looking for. We didn't want to exclude too many students based on academics because really it's more of a plant science focus. That's what we wanted to focus on, but we want them to be able to maintain academic requirements in college because that's where they're heading. So applicants must be a Garland County High School graduate or currently enrolled in an Arkansas college with a minimum GPA of 2.0 to qualify for the scholarship. Basically, I mean, leadership and community service, it's hard to say a minimum of how much students have to have in that area because everybody is different. So what we look for in that, we do rank our candidates based on how much leadership and how much community service they have provided in their activities that they list, through their letters of recommendation that are given to us, and different information that way. So we want, like leadership and community service are very important. Those were all qualities that were reflective of Gene Lichlider. And this is his memorial scholarship. So those are qualities that we look for in the students that we're awarding with the scholarship. So the other thing that we look at is their area of study. I mean, we're all master gardeners. So plant science is, of course, a preferred field. It's not exclusive because there's a lot of areas that can fall under plant science. So plant science is a preferred field, but we also look at horticulture, botany, agronomy, forestry, of course, plant science, again, I've got that down, but landscape, architecture, and design, and turf management. We also, because of the development of computers and AI and drones and all the things that help us manage our turfs and our plants and the science that's going into it, we also allow IT majors that are going in with an emphasis in plant science field, because that's a very important future for this field. And then we do require that every student submit an essay stating like what their future career goals are, why they want, why they feel the scholarship would be beneficial to them, and like what their plans are. And then we also we look at the letters of recommendation. They are required to submit 2 letters of recommendation. Those generally come from teachers that they've worked with, or sometimes from, if they are in extracurriculars, some of those leaders in those extracurriculars as well. So those are all the different areas that we look at for scholarship eligibility, and we take that into account when we're scoring and judging the eligible candidates. So you'll just know that when you see these candidates that we have awarded them to, they all passed.
And now our committee members are just going to give you a brief introduction to each of the scholarship recipients.
Strong leadership, integrity, perseverance, and deep commitment to our community has been exhibited by Caden Graves as he became an Eagle Scout. He went to Lakeside High School. He graduated 10th in his class with a GPA of 4.04. He will be going to the University of Arkansas at Monticello, and he's going to major in forestry. His grandfather spent most of his lifetime in the forestry industry, which is why Caden Graves wanted to go this route. He has volunteered in Garland County. He has served lunches at the Jackson House. He has been part of the committee. He's thrown Christmas lights throughout Garvin Gardens. He has also been a member of the Young Men of Distinction, which they support the Our Promise Cancer Resources and help deal with the patients who are going through a cancer struggle. He also placed flags for the Veterans Grave during Memorial and Veteran Days. Patriotism, dedication, and always up for a challenge, our scholarship recipient, Caden Graves. It's my absolute pleasure. What's wrong?
It's Caden.
Okay. To introduce Kanan Hunter, who's the second recipient of the 2026 Gene Lichschlager Memorial Scholarship. Kanan graduated from Lake Hamilton High School in 2025, where he was also a scholarship recipient. So this is his second year, and is currently continuing his education at the University of Arkansas at Monticello. Throughout high school, Kanan was an active leader in the Lake Hamilton FFA, serving as an officer, a committee chair, and a judging team member. He dedicated much of his time to strengthening both the local FFA chapter and the Garland County 4-H program, actively mentoring and recruiting younger students in agriculture and leadership. Now finishing his first year at UAN, he is majoring in agriculture and natural resources with plans to double major in forestry. He stays active on campus through the Wildlife Society and the Forestry Club, working towards his career goal of serving as a wildlife biologist for the Arkansas Game and Fish Commission. Please join me in congratulating Kanan Hunter on being awarded the Gene Lichschlager Memorial Scholarship for a second time.
Percival graduated from Lakeside High School in 2025. She also, her senior year, carried classes at Hot Springs Community College, National Park College, and she transferred those to Arkansas Tech at the beginning of the fall semester. She, during her first year at Tech, she carried a full schedule, both semesters of agriculture and horticulture courses, as well as such classes as chemistry and animal science. She began her college courses at National Park College and transferred to Tech in the fall of 2025. While at Lakeside, she participated in CPR classes, Microsoft, child care, and sexual abuse identification, all while maintaining an A average in all of her courses. She was also a member of the 4-H, the Beta Club, the National Honor Society, and thespians. Gracie's love of flowers and plants has shown her how horticulture can bring joy, comfort, and connection to all people. She has learned the importance of patience, responsibility, and service. She plans to continue learning and growing within the field of horticulture as a way to spread joy, connection, and kindness wherever she goes.
I wish y'all could have been with Mary and I the night that we went to Hot Springs High at the awards. And her picture, and you can't really tell this is pink. That is just her personality. She fills the room. We have done such a good job, and I have a confession to make. When we were reviewing scholarships, I was like, well, yes, this is the best letter of recommendation we've gotten. Yes, her grades are incredible. Oh my goodness, the long list of things she had participated in, the leadership, the community. But I'm like, she's really interested in plants and how it impacts on healthcare. Well, I am such a right by the paper. She's going to nursing school and wants to interact the environment with healthcare. And I'm like, this just doesn't hit the boxes. Annette Cheryl kicked me under the table. We're the two nursing backgrounds that are on that committee, and I'm saying she doesn't fit the criteria. Then we met her. Oh my. She so fits the criteria. And not only that, this morning I was like, Amari. Now that's a different name. I looked it up. Part of it, the M stands for Elam. That's where it comes from. So she's tree. She fits right in. So we have done a good thing. And I can't wait to hear if she's going to Southern University. She had 2 schools that accepted her into their nursing programs. So thank y'all for the money we're able to provide for scholarships.
Like Anita said, Anita and I were able to go to the Hot Springs World Class High School, their award ceremony, to give Amari her certificate. And also Jennifer Blankenship was able to go to Lakeside Awards Breakfast to give Caden his award also. So it was really special to get to go to the students and make an outreach to all students so they could be seen by their parents and other students. Now we're going to play these thank you videos that the students made. They're going to be like between 2 and 4 minutes, where they each are going to be talking about their future and thanking the Master Gardeners for their scholarships.
No, we're not. Those videos were not loaded to this computer, so we're not going to do that. I'm sorry. I'll play them for you next month, I promise.
It's okay.
That was short and sweet.
And then lastly, Daniel Lamb is going to give our closing remarks.
So to wrap up, I want to say congratulations to the winners and to appreciate how vital the path that they've chosen is. By choosing a major in agriculture, you're stewarding the future and entering fields that tackle some of the biggest challenges that we're facing, ensuring food security, cultivating sustainable ecosystems, and preserving the natural beauty of our communities. This work is really foundational to our lives and well-being. Thank you to everyone who made these scholarships possible, and congratulations again to the extraordinary awardees.
Thank you all very much. Great presentation, and I apologize. We had technical issues before we started today, so we had to switch computers, and those thank yous are on the other computer. We'll play them for you next time, I promise. All right, next up then, we're ready to start our business portion of the meeting, our officer reports. First up is Becky Landis, our secretary.
A big thank you to Marsha Oliver for doing the minutes of last month's program from start to finish. Thank you, they were wonderful. They were done by a pro. And they have been recorded, and if there are any concerns, questions, or changes, we will record them as written.
Okay, next up, finances, our interim treasurer, Pam McNabb.
Okay, so this month we had deposits of $337, almost $6, okay, and expenses of $59.70. So the reason for the big expenses were these scholarships that came out during that time, as well as some other larger expenses. So leaving us with a current balance of $59,411. So that's a lot of money. We have places for it. She said that's a lot of money. I said we have places for it to go. So I will get that. We have a little, some little organizational where to put things in the expense category. So those will be coming out, the actual reports, by next week. Okay.
Next up, projects and committees, our first vice president, Shar Becker.
I'm not going to go into the needs of project leadership at this meeting, but next meeting, I'll have that on a slide for y'all to take a look at. But if you're on a project and you have any interest in chairing that project, you know, talk to the project chair or the current assistant, because you know, if we don't have people to run our projects, the projects based on our bylaws become suspended. We don't want to do that, but we need people to step up and run the projects. Also, there is wild garlic and turmeric in the back room. The sewing till table is puddling stations, I got it right. And our rosters for 2026 are in, so make sure you come over and pick yours up and sign in for it. That's it.
Thank you. Okay, next up then, membership, second VP, Annette Gibson.
Good afternoon, Master Gardeners. Okay. Can you hear me? Yes. Okay, so today we have 82 members and one guest. And the guest is Miss Lisa Milton. Will you stand? Miss Lisa here? Hey. So that makes a quorum, Madam President. For the month of June, our hourly reports is as follows. Sanctioned hours, we had 8,639. For our non-sanctioned hours, we have 718.5. Our total work hours is 9,358. And our education hours are 3,853.25. Excellent. So our total hours are 18,716. And so I just want to say thank you so much for your continued dedication on these hours for our community and for all of us. And that's the report.
Next up, past president Tricia Freeman, mentors and first year Master Gardeners.
Okay, well, we had a wonderful time July 7th. We had a watch party for the annuals to perennials. There was an excellent speaker who was.
It wasn't me.
Well, I know what his name.
David Creech.
Yes. That's who it was. We had a lot of food. It was a wonderful time. You're going to have to take my word for it because we forgot to take pictures. But this, I know.
Were y'all drinking?
So this is to the project chairs, do as I say and not as I do. We are going to have orientation next year with the PowerPoints of your projects, so don't forget to take pictures for your projects. But today is exciting. We have our first 6 certified first-year Master Gardeners. And so we have the Busy Bees available, and for us who are more seasoned, we were not given the opportunity to have the bees, and so I'm a little bit jealous. So when I call your name, if you'll come up, and we're going to have a little group shot. There's just 6 of us. It won't take long, people. Marianne Boyer. No. B. Cheeseman. Nita Cranover. Cindy DeSoto. And, oh, Dana Taylor. Yeah, and it's got a little bling on it. I mean, these are really cute bees. And Kathy Weaver. So kind of get close, like y'all know each other, like each other.
Good job.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Next up then, next order of business, our county agent report, Daniel Land.
Hello, everybody. So I have an announcement to make, a couple of announcements. As you guys know, the Extension Office has had a pretty significant budget cut last year, and that situation hasn't been resolved yet. That's why Jimmy came here last month and asked that you guys show up to the court meeting next month. This situation, since it hasn't been resolved yet, my staff chair and I, we talked about this, and he did recommend that I look for other positions, and you know, just so that I don't get blindsided by this, were my positions potentially get cut. Now, I do want to emphasize that when I started here last year, I had every intention of staying here with you guys for a long time, and continue to now. But because of this, and you know, I need to be proactive about it. With it hanging over my head like this, I don't want to wait too long for it. I did accept a position at the state office, so I will be working in Little Rock starting in August. And it's a program technician position, so it's research on forage crops. And July 31st, Friday, will be my last day at the office. Now, I'm not going to be moving away right away. I'm actually going to continue living here in Hot Springs for a while. And now, a lot of you guys have my cell phone number. I'll be here after the meeting. Anybody who wants it, we can keep in contact. If you have any questions, you can call me or text me anytime. Unrelated to that, I also have my field day, which will be for the lawn weed control demonstration. That's going to be on Saturday, the 25th at 8 o'clock at Family Park. So you can come out there and we'll talk about, and I'll show the demonstration that I've been doing on some of the common lawn weed control products and their effectiveness. And
is there going to be donuts and coffee?
I can bring some donuts. Yeah. So I hope you guys can understand the situation, and I'm letting you know about this. Now, for you guys, this won't affect you. It'll be you continue going to your projects, and Jimmy will be your agent effectively, and then after the office gets funding, which I'm confident they will, They're going to bring on a new horticulture agent, or I may come back, depending on how things go at the state office. And
Always welcome.
Yeah, come back.
So, thank you.
And Daniel has recently gotten engaged.
Yes.
We need the job. We need the job. We need her to keep it up.
On. All right, next up, our awards nomination for this county and state award process, and Rebecca Tutton is going to go through that process with us. Yeah. Hold on, that's my stuff.
I'm Rebecca Tutton. I'm the chair of the awards committee.
Nobody can hear me. You're saying
I don't have a very loud.
No, you don't. You're going to have to
You
get a
got mic. Handheld mic. Come on, come here.
Yeah, get away.
Come up here.
This way or that way?
Further away.
Yeah, there you go.
Here we go.
I am Rebecca Tutton. I'm the chair of the awards committee. Everyone can hear me? Okay. I'm last, so I will go through this fairly quickly. We're going to change our voting timeline. We're going to begin our voting for nominations beginning in August. So, whoa, I did not see that. Okay. So let me first just tell you very quickly a little about the awards committee. There are 7 members of us. We added 2 members this year. All of us have a background in writing. What we do is we begin with the voting, and then we begin doing our work in October, and we finish in January. We look at the nominations, we look at the state criteria, and we then go through those nominations and select our final nominee in each of these 9 categories. If we don't have a nomination in a category, then obviously there is no candidate or award. Again, this shows you that our backgrounds are very diverse on the awards committee, and after the nominees are selected, we talk to them, they agree to accept the award, we begin the interview, and then we begin writing our papers. Those are due at the middle of January, and then they are sent to the judges. We will get notification if we have won a state award in March. Last year we won 2 state awards. Sheila McCarty got Mentor of the Year, and Rick Bentz got Individual Friend of the Year. They received those awards at the state conference. And I will tell you, if you went to the state conference, the award winners were exceptional. I was very, very impressed with who was chosen as the as winners of the different awards. The criteria that we use is what the state requires. And to boil it down, they are wanting to look at what is the community involvement and the community impact that a project or an individual has. So that's kind of what we do. When we get the nominations and we tabulate them, what we use are the online reporting hours and the number of projects, as well as the comments that you put on your nomination form. So we use that and look at the state criteria, and that's how we make our decisions as to who our final nominee will be for each of these 9 categories. Here is an example of one of the projects that won a state award. I don't remember which county this came from, but they started a program because they saw a need for the food insecurity that existed in their community. So they began this program, and they had 4 seasonal training courses. The fee for coming to these courses was $5. They charged the $5 to help sustain the program. They provide the soil, the plants, etc. And they had, 197 participants, and they spent about 200 hours in the program. And this won the Excellence in Education. So again, you can see community involvement and what was the community impact. Okay, whoops, not too fast. Okay, hopefully all of you got a packet as you entered today. This has several things in it. It has the ballot, which is on the back. It has the criteria, and it also has the eligibility. So if you are going to make a nomination, please look at the eligibility. In certain categories, if someone has won, they are not eligible to win again. In other categories, they have to wait 5 years in order to be nominated again. So before you make a nomination, please look at that eligibility, who is eligible and who is not. I will have these paper ballots available also in August and September. The September meeting is the last day that we will accept paper ballots. It will also be online, and I will get that to Lynn in the next week, and that will go online August 1. It will be online till September 30. And on October 1, I will start getting our information from Mary Kay and Hildy in regard to the reporting hours and the projects, and start tabulating comments. So make sure you get your hours in by September 30. Again, the eligibility. Again, put your hours in, and that's essentially it. Are there any questions about this? Yes, ma'am.
Can I just make a comment too? If we can, there's sometimes I hear a lot of resistance to this, or maybe even a little bitterness or disappointment. And if we can kind of change our thought process, this is an award for impact made and work done as much as a contest or a competition. And so if you think about somebody who's doing something, I'm just going to be honest, the most frequent thing I hear about is, I'm not going to vote in that popularity contest. And, maybe that's been true in the past. Maybe there's been a thread of truth in it. Maybe there still is. But if you think about your friends and your colleagues putting in hundreds, literally, of hours into something and making a difference, say something. That's like the flip side of, if you see something, say something. Well, there's a good side to that too. If you see something, say something. And so that's our advertisement about, and we will weight all kinds of factors that are in there. It's not just the most votes, or you can have not many votes and still win based on the criteria. So please think about it. And we really don't mind written. So many people say, I don't have a computer, and we had such a late or such a narrow window for voting. We don't mind sitting and reading.
And last year, those that voted online, what I noticed is that they tended to have more comments. So that's why I encourage you to take your time, go online, and do your nominations, and tell us why. Just like Suzanne said, why are you nominating this person? This makes a difference for us. We may not know this person or have worked with them, and you're showing us why you think they deserve the nomination. I will tell you that our committee thinks it is far more important to receive the Garland County nominations and be the nominee than the state, because you are being recognized by your peers. They work with you, they know you, they've seen you, and that is where we come from. This is very important. The state, we are competing with the entire state. It used to be divided, it is not anymore. And I don't want to take away from anyone who has won a state award, but for us, we look at your peers have chosen you, and that is very important to us. So tell us why, whether it's the project or whether it's the person. Why do you think they deserve that nomination? So are there any other questions or comments? Okay.
I kind of have a question.
Okay.
So you mentioned it had to be by the hours also of the project. So let's say some of these smaller projects that they don't take as long to do, then they can't really be nominated?
They can
I was
be,
thinking like the
yes.
Caring Place. I do the crafts.
Yes.
So we're only there an hour once a month.
Yeah.
But we support the whole community of elderly people. And I just
No,
didn't know
we
how
don't
you-
use just that one criteria. We, again, we look at the number of projects, we look at hours, and we look at comments. And, you know, some of us know the projects better than others. And if we know it's a limited project, again, we're going to look, what is the community involvement, what is the community impact, and the rest of the criteria. All of these categories have different criteria. If you nominate, say last year we had a business nominee that did not meet the criteria, so that category was not filled. So we have to go by the state criteria. But because it's a small project, does not eliminate anyone or that project at all. Yes. Any other comments or questions? Okay, please, please take this and think about it, and please vote. I will have a box at the next meeting. You can drop your ballot into that or go online. So thank you for your time.
Okay, we are winding down to announcements. I'm not going to read all those to you. You can read them, so that'll save us a minute. Any other questions? Roy, what are we doing with chairs?
We've kind of asked not to spill your drinks on the floor. We had a couple of messes last meeting. So if you've got a Coke can or a plastic can, don't kick it over when you go out. Please mop it up or let us know so we're not here all night doing floors. Also, any black chair that's down will go back there behind the speaker. Don't mix them with the residents, and then we gotta go back and invite them out or it's off. We only have to leave out 25 chairs. That means we're picking up about 75. So be sure you leave that 725 on it and don't stack them any higher than 8 on the rack because that's very difficult. And I noticed this morning when we put out the chairs, if you're a shorty, maybe get some of these big guys standing next to you and put them up because some of the ladies and some of the other guys have a short wingspan to get them up. If you can do that, I appreciate it. Thanks much for your time.
Okay, so we're leaving 25 chairs out and only stacking 8 high. Anything else? All right, thank you. We're adjourned.